They are colleagues from the UN Global Compact Network Philippines, senior official from the government of the Philippines, development partners. Good day. Let me start by congratulating the UN Global Compact Network Philippines for organizing this 6th Sustainability Summit. In a planet stressed by a climate emergency, biodiversity loss, and as we see, uncontrolled conflicts, reflecting on sustainability is indeed extremely timely. I also realized that one of the risks of this type of speeches or interaction with you is that I end praying to already converted people. I don't think you need me emphasizing the fundamental role of the business community in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. In fact, belonging to the Global Compact means at least two major engagements. Number one, that you commit to the UN Sustainable Development Goals with an emphasis on collaboration, partnership, innovation. And number two, that you align your business strategies and operations with the 10 principles on human rights, labor, environment, and anti-corruption. So the real question here in this summit is how to reinvigorate our partnerships to effectively accelerate the SDGs. If we look at the global report on SDGs for 2024, we notice that only 17% of the SDGs targets are on track, with some of them showing minimal progress and others even stalled. The Philippine Statistics Authority reports that the country is regressing in 8 SDGs. And for instance, SDGs 9 on sustainable industry, innovation, and infrastructure, and SDG 13 on climate action. And with a simple calculation, we can say that at this pace, we risk being 32 years behind our SDGs. This is why at the recently concluded Summit of the Future in New York at the margins of the UN General Assembly, with the participation of the Philippines, there was a strong call for a networker multilateralism where member states, development organizations, and the business community get together to re-energize our journey towards the SDGs. In the Philippines, we have since last year a key platform for such acceleration, which is, as you know, the new UN Sustainable Development Cooperation Framework, UNCF, that we signed with the Philippines government exactly 1 year ago for the cycle 2024-2028. The UNCF offers an important number of opportunities for such engagement between the United Nations and the Filipino business community. And let me just share with you some examples. In terms of driving inclusive and sustainable economic transformation, which is one of the UNCF's strategic pillars, the private sector can pave the way in the modernization of the agribusiness sector, which can contribute to inclusive economic growth and, of course, the provision of sustainable jobs. We have recently developed an SDG investor map where we have identified business and investment opportunities that have produced positive impact to the community, especially on health and education. So please make an extensive use of these tools as a blueprint for your business models in the search of social value, but also sustainability. Fostering innovation is another feature in our cooperation framework, and here we recognize you are ahead in terms of adaptability with newer technologies such as artificial intelligence in order to improve business processes. In your quest of doing so, we hope that your existing workforce is still able to keep up with the changing times. Very shortly, in close coordination with the government, We will conduct the first ever artificial intelligence readiness assessment, which will provide valuable insights into the Philippines' preparedness for AI adoption. Building on the recent mission of the Special Advisor to the Secretary General on Financial Inclusion, Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, we jointly identify with the government and fintech communities the immense potential of the financial inclusion agenda, from connectivity and interoperability to local market expansions and, of course, financial literacy. And as we know, public-private partnerships are very much needed in this sector. We just signed with the government the Inclusive, Competitive and Responsible Digital Philippines joint program to enhance digital capabilities of at least 15,000 micro, small, and medium enterprises. And of course, we have to explore with the Global Compact Network our UNCF pillar on climate resilience development. And I'm glad to see that the private sector is taking an active role in addressing this global emergency, especially on climate financing, which need, as we know, move from the billions to the trillions. Moving forward, we hope to see bigger strides from this sector by looking at climate mitigation and adaptation investment. You know, the UN is supporting the adoption of low carbon technology, and your support in this advocacy will be critical in mitigating potential future risk. Our country team is also working with the government in enhancing environment, social, and governance standards. Your continued commitment to meet such a standard is well commended. Some examples: plastic pollution. Plastic pollution is a major crisis affecting our living conditions in this planet, where the Philippines, unfortunately, is identified as one of the biggest contributors to plastic wastes. No need to emphasize the importance of working with you in this area. The UN country team is supporting the implementation of the Extended Producer Responsibility Strategy, a fantastic entry point for partnerships between the business community and the UN country team. And we look at technologies that can replace plastic and reduce e-wastes. This network of resources can help you in committing to environmental integrity. So, dear partners, those are some of the many other ways where we can work together in accelerating the Sustainable Development Goals. And I'm sure that the results and discussion from this summit will help us in finding durable solutions. So once again, congratulations to all the hardworking people behind this Sustainability Summit. My friends, let us continue to work together for the SDGs. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat po.